Why is my hydronic boiler short cycling? Short cycling is one of those boiler problems that can quietly rob system efficiency, wear down the components, and drive occupants and technicians crazy. You hear the burner or circulator start, then shut off, only to kick right back on, over and over. Let's break down what causes the short cycling in the hydronic system and how to fix it. Welcome to Boiler Room Detective. I'm your host, Ray Wolfart. What is short cycling? Short cycling is when a boiler repeatedly turns on and off in short bursts, often less than 3 to 5 minutes of runtime. Instead of smooth, long heating cycles, it acts like a car in stop-and-go traffic, inefficient, frustrating, and prone to breakdowns. Why is short cycling a problem? It wastes fuel, increases wear, you have uneven heat, and causes system stress. How do you diagnose short cycling? You could log boiler run times. Is it cycling every minute or every 10? Does it short cycle in winter or during shoulder seasons? Compare runtime versus building heat demand. Watch boiler temperature swings. Are they fast and stable? Use infrared or temperature sensors on the supply and return piping. You could check the event history. If you have a 7800 series boiler flame safeguard, it will log how many starts the boiler has had. How to diagnose the cause of short cycling. The first thing I do is determine what's causing the boiler to shut off. Does it lose a call for heat? Is it going off on temperature? If the boiler loses its call for heat, it could be due to a defective thermostat, broken thermostat wires, or an incorrect thermostat location. You can verify the loss of power by checking the voltage on the wire returning from the thermostat or control. Is the thermostat located near a radiator or in direct sunlight that could be giving it a false reading? It may have to be relocated. A way to confirm if it is a thermostat is to temporarily jumper the terminals at the boiler to simulate a call for heat. If the boiler remains on, the problems are likely with the thermostat or wiring. Is it even firing? Watch the ignition sequence and verify the main burner lights. Sometimes the boiler sounds like it starts, and it's only the inducer fan or preburner. If the main flame doesn't ignite, I would look at the gas valve or flame rod. If the boiler is going off on temperature, there could be several possibilities, such as control logic or sensor issues. Temperature sensors located too close to the boiler outlet can react too fast. The way to fix that is to update the controls with staging logic or programmable delays. Another option is to relocate the temperature sensor to the return from the supply. Faulty or overly sensitive aquastat. Check the actual temperature using a clamp-on thermometer and compare it to the temperature readings on the PTA gauge or Tridicator. Also compare your actual readings to the set points on the aquastat. Some aquastats have a narrow differential or are out of calibration. If the differential is too tight, example 5 degrees Fahrenheit, the burner will shut off and restart constantly. Some of the fixes are you can adjust the differential to maybe 20 degrees. Replace the Tridicator or faulty aquastat if they're not reading properly. Low water volume in the system. Modern Watcon boilers and copper fin units often have very low internal water volume. Combine that with the small distribution loop, and you have a recipe for rapid temperature changes. Some of the fixes are to add a buffer tank, check that the minimum flow rate is met, or you can program minimum runtime if the boiler control allows it. Oversized boiler versus load. If the boiler output exceeds the heating load, it will reach set point too quickly and shut off. This frequently occurs in zoning systems. Some of the fixes are to conduct a load calculation, check with the manufacturer to see if you could derate or reduce the firing rate, consider a buffer tank to absorb the excess output, or replace with the right size boiler. Air in the system. Trapped air in the piping of radiators reduces heat transfer and prevents flow through the airbound areas. The fixes are purge the system thoroughly, use good air separators and vent high points. Improper circulator operation. If the circulators are sized incorrectly, wired backwards, or failing, the flow may be too low or too erratic. You can check this by measuring the delta T through the boiler. If it's over 30 degrees, the flow could be too low. The fixes are to check flow direction and speed. Confirm the circulator matches the system head and flow requirements. Short cycling is one of those silent killers in a hydronic system. A boiler that's technically working might still be short-circuiting and wasting energy. Whether you're a tech on a service call or building owner tracking energy bills, learning to recognize the causes and cures of short cycling can save money and extend the life of your equipment. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you found this video helpful. My boiler books are available at Pronto Heating Supplies in New York and online at Amazon.com. My articles are published in these trade magazines. See you on the next case.